Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Eu já estive aqui, né? Vamos ver.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
Medical view with Sanders. Mas onde eu vou achar essa viúva de Sanders? Ah, tem que andar por aqui, né? Nessa casa aqui. Não faço ideia de que essa viúva pode estar, velho.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders? I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other?
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Você está tranquila demais.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Não fui eu quem internou lá. O verdadeiro culpado é o Fuller. É tentador, mas não tive nada a ver com isso. Não fez nada para ajudá-lo. Pô, não sei se eu tenho tantos pontos de eloquência, velho. Porra.
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You too would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Muito suspeito essa mulher, viu?
Did she really care for him after all?
Cara, senhora, eu confirmo o recebimento da carta a qual demanda o corpo do seu finado marido. Sinto informá-la que não posso concordar em entregar-lhe o corpo. No momento da internação dele, você assinou uma exoneração, permitindo-me dispor do corpo como bem entendesse. Estendo meus sinceros pedidos a você, Thomas Sawyer.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Uma fotografia de Sarah Hawkins ao lado dos Sanders. Eles deviam ser próximos.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? A house of artists. Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel? The Shambler. I need to see it.
Ah, deve ter algum troféu essa bosta, velho. Porra, mano. Deve ter algum troféu dessa bosta. Na moral, velho. Não
Is this dagger
porra,
part
caralho.
of Sanders'
Vai se
collection,
fuder.
or was he seeking to acquire it?
Arte e misticismo. Objetos Esquecidos é uma coleção escrita por Francis Sanders. Na coleção, ele cataloga e categoriza objetos de todas as eras e origens ligados às práticas ocultas ou místicas. Está aberta na página de uma adaga gravada com um símbolo que desconheço. Yes! Uma cagada, velho. Puta que pariu, velho. Cara, vou upar ela. Upei, foda-se. Como é nochinha, então, enfim. Oh, bosta. Tem que validar, eu esqueço disso. Aproveitar que tá aqui, eu mando banheiro. Ele acho que não era uma conquista não, mas era o item que eu não tinha. Então foi bom. Medicina. Mais um. Pô, eu posso arrombar esse aí, não posso? Tá.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Uma gravação de áudio que Francis Sanders deixou para a esposa dele, Irene. Opa, o quê?
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
Ai, caralho, velho. Todas as portas trancadas, velho. Calma aí, que eu já falo contigo. Ah. Medicina. Mais um. Uma coisinha aqui, não, nada.
I could use one of those.
Mais um. Tô cheio desse remédio pra dormir.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Caro Francis, imploro para que você desista de qualquer esperança que tenha de obter esse maldito quadro. Se nossa amizade vale algo para você, por favor, poupe-me do fardo da culpa. Não posso ser arquiteta da sua queda. Imploro, meu caro amigo. Esqueça o andarilho. Sua amiga Sarah Hawkins. Será que ela queria espalhar o
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Chave da galeria. Essa porta aqui? É essa porta. Você leria o livro? Lê o livro, foda-se. Pau no cu, vai se foder. É como uma enciclopédia de criaturas monstruosas e desconhecidas. Estou começando a acreditar na existência delas. Pariu, velho. Malhos Bestiarium. Cultismo.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Um amuleto antigo, provavelmente ameríndio. Pergunto-me qual seria seu propósito. Oh, tô pegando um monte de coisa de ocultismo aqui, velho. Puta que pariu, mano. Puta, tem nada, velho. O ocultismo ainda tá uma bosta, velho. Porra, velho. Tanta coisa que eu peguei, não compro nada, velho. Pobreza, mano. Tá, não é daquelas portas lá abre, não? Só pra confirmar. Pô, tem duas portas. 3 portas no caso, tem mais uma aqui. E nenhuma abre, velho. Porra, mano, é brincadeira, velho. Queria que abrisse.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
I found this drawing of a dagger. Did you come across anything like it in your reading?
Perhaps. I saw several daggers in the ledgers. I could always check. What I didn't find, however, was the slightest reason why I should help you, Detective.
I don't need your services. I can manage all on my own, thanks.
Do it then.
Caralho, a tia tem uma galeria, ó. Você tá mexendo aí, caralho. Tá mexendo aí, velho. A tia tem uma galeria foda, velho. Ah, tá, é pra esconder. Quero me esconder não, tô tranquilo. Caralho, isso aqui. Cadê a daga?
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Quanta coisa que essa tia tem, velho. Ainda mora numa ilha de bosta. Mano, a esfinge demoníaca, velho. Pô, qual que é o punhal, velho? Porra, é aquele punhal. Tá. Ele tá uma bolota no meio. Caralho, essas... O cara tá pedindo esmola, velho. Brincadeira. Não é essa. Ah, mas que lugar grande da desgraça, velho. Essa mansão é maior do que eu imaginava, mano. Não vai
The
abrir,
public entrance to the gallery.
Toda pública da galeria. Mano, essa casa é maior do que eu imaginava, mano. O tamanho dessa casa, velho. Tá pra puta que pariu, velho. Punhal. Punhal. Um punho.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Mano, que porra é essa, velho? Mano, o que essa tia mais tem? Umas esfinges feias. Que é pra me esconder. Ah, obrigado. Eu lembrava. Um leão com uma sei lá, uma juba de
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Mano, essa mansão é enorme, cara. Aquele bendito quadro. Eu vou lá só por último. Ó, na moral, os quadros que essa tia pintava, mano. Eu não sei que é o louco que gostava dessa bosta, velho. Pelo amor de Deus, mano. Com certeza deve ter algum troféu aqui, tipo, bem escondido, velho. Tipo, interage com tal bagulho que vai ativar o outro, que vai ativar o outro, que vai ativar mais um. Olha. Ah tá, só vai coisa pra alguém. Vamos ver esse quadro aqui de merda.
What the hell was that?
Que bosta que eu tenho que fazer, velho. O que eu tenho que fazer, mano? Boa noite. Nossa, tem que pular com isso. Eu
What the hell was that?
eu examinei o andarilho. Como é que eu tenho que fazer mais agora, velho? O andarilho é uma pintura. É, não tem missão. Eu tenho que, sei lá, ficar vivo, nada disso. Ou só ir embora. Não me viu. Viu pra caralho. Viu pra caralho. Viu pra caralho. Esse é o bosta. Ai, ai. O que eu tenho que fazer, mano? O que eu tenho que fazer, velho?
What the hell was that?
Filha da puta, velho. Eu não sei o que eu tenho que fazer com esse bosta. Examina.
What the hell was that?
É que tem nenhuma dica aqui não, velho. Inventar, será que tem uma coisa pra usar contra ele? Ou tomar? Esse bicho é estranho. É, eu só tenho chave, atrás de chave, atrás de chave. Porque eu fui... Quer ver? Eu vou tentar mais uma vez, mano. Tipo... Com isso aqui. Eu acho que eu tenho... Eu achava que eu tinha que usar essa porra nele. Aceito. Não toma. O que diabo eu tenho que fazer com esse bicho, velho? Mano, eu não sei o que eu tenho que fazer com esse bicho, velho. Deixa eu... Porque, ó, tem a entrada da frente, né? Da galeria, tem a porta da frente, né? Não tenho chave pra ela, não tenho. Se eu pegasse uma adaga? Se eu pegasse uma adaga? Nossa, eu tenho que ir... Foda que eu não achei a adaga do livro. Será? Porque eu tenho a foto do punhal. É esse punhal aí que eu tenho que pegar, velho.
What the hell was that?
Tentar fazer isso. O problema é que eu não sei onde é que tem. Nível pra caralho. Aqui, punhal. Aqui.
Down. This dagger looks different.
Isso, bosta. Ué. Eu fiz errado? Mano, aquele era o punhal, não era?
What the hell was that?
Será que eu peguei o punhal errado, velho? que eu tenho que atacar o quadro? Esse é o problema desse vídeo.
Down. This dagger looks different.
Acho que eu tenho que usar no quadro, velho. Esse bagulho. Essa é a ideia do quadro. Vou tentar atacar com ele aqui, né?
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
The creature. This dagger was the only weapon capable of pushing it back. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
Where's the bookseller?
Chega a livraria.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Diário do pastor. Ah, tá. Caralho, mano, essas porra dessas anotações, desenhos aqui, que porra é essa, velho? História de Darkwater.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Nossa, isso era de medicina. Perfeito. Alguma coisa aqui, nada. Nada. Aqui. Volume 2. mais um. Medicina, mais um. Opa.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion. What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Essa coleção cataloga e classifica criaturas de que nunca ouvi falar. Divindades das estrelas, criaturas capazes de viajar de uma dimensão a outra. Ela se apresenta como uma obra de referência do bichário do mito, sem dar detalhes da mitologia a qual se refere. Sem dar detalhes da mitologia da qual se refere. Suas páginas estão cobertas com ilustrações fantasmagóricas. É o bicho que me atacou. Malhos besteiras. Tem que ler essas porra, né, velho? Porque, mano, tem que saber, né, velho? Um pouco fodendo, tem que ler essa porra, tô nem aí, velho. Cagando, velho. Alguma coisa aqui. Joga essa faixa, colocar uns itens bem não visível, assim dizer. Aqui embaixo, ó. Porra nenhuma aqui.
What happened here?
What happened here? Eu vou olhar, só deixa eu ver se tem uma coisa que eu quero pegar. Yes. Que eu posso coisar agora, vamos ver.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals? What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it?
Mas aceitou a Sarah Hawkins.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Quer dizer, não era
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
Ou foi ela mesmo.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case. Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Parece que uma página foi escondida. É possível ler. Se alguém encontrar estas memórias, não restará dúvida de que estou em apuros. Minha única esperança é que meu corpo e meus ossos ainda estejam neste plano da realidade, onde possam ser recuperados e queimados. A urna funerária deve ser entregue à minha querida mãe, se ela ainda perecer deste mundo. A seguinte mensagem é de extrema importância. Seja quem for que lê essas palavras e seja tão perspicaz quanto eu, poderá obter meu pertence mais precioso. Ele está no meu cofre e é possível encontrar as pistas da combinação. Em 3 cilindros, cada um escondido onde a vida e o estudo se cruzam no mundo grego. Cada cilindro está numerado Não, cada cilindro está numerado. Embora seja como o grande autor disse, a ordem é o prazer da razão, mas a desordem é o deleite da imaginação. De fato, apesar da minha preferência pelo caos organizado, devo admitir que muitas vezes a razão prevalece. Se por acaso uma pessoa, ou melhor, um gênio, tiver inteligência à minha altura, encontrar a combinação do cofre, eu gostaria que tal indivíduo entregasse o conteúdo dele a meu amigo colega, professor Armitage da Universidade de Miskatonic, para que fique em segurança. Não é só o conteúdo do cofre, não só o conteúdo do cofre é uma vasta compilação de conhecimentos, como também uma arma muito perigosa nas mãos erradas. Tá. 3 cilindros. Cada um esconde a vida e o estudo. Cada um esconde a vida e o estudo se cruzam no mundo grego. What the fuck, velho? Tá, são 3 no caso. 3 cilindros. Mano. Tem mais coisas pra ler. Espero que você seja capaz de apreciar o perigo que isso representa e que haja de acordo. Em todo caso, não estarei aqui para guiá-lo nem para sofrer as consequências de suas ações. Abra o cofre. Delícia. Tá, calma, vamos. Onde a vida e o estudo se cruzam no mundo grego. Como assim, velho? Mundo grego.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
O que seria a vida e o estudo se cruzam no mundo grego?
Arkham editions. Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions. Arkham editions. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Quanto livro dessa coleção, velho?
Another volume
Só
by
tem
Arkham
ele,
editions.
velho. Só tem ele,
Arkham
mano.
editions. How many volumes are there in this
Puta que
collection?
pariu, só tem essa bosta, velho. Tá. Onde a vida e o estudo se cruzam no mundo grego. Vai se fuder, mano.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
É mais fácil do que eu imaginava. Não faz sentido. Ou faz? A vida e o estudo no mundo grego. Pra mim não faz sentido, foi mal. Pra mim não faz sentido, velho. Lógico que eu sou pouco pra caralho, velho. Eu peguei os...
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Tá. Puta que pariu, velho. Não entendi porra nenhuma, mas calma aí. Quantos livros essa porra tem, velho? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. O último é 9. Que ele falou dos livros de arca, blá blá blá. Tem, ó, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. E tem mais esse aqui, ó. Que é da mesma coisa. Tem mais um, então 9. Será que o último é 9?
And these red
Síndrome.
rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed,
Gota vermelha,
set
pedra
in divine
preciosa.
gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry.
Gota
And I do confess
vermelha.
it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Gota vermelha.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed,
Gota vermelha
set
com
in
pedra
divine gold.
preciosa.
To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me
The
from its
Queen has
attractions,
little
Henry.
protection.
And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Esse cálice aparenta ser muito antigo, parece ser feito de ouro e decorado com pedras preciosas verdadeiras. Será que os rubis e as safiras formam um padrão específico?
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Ó, 1, 2, 3. Puta merda, é foda. Deixa eu ver de frente. Ó, de frente aqui, ó, dessa porra. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 do primeiro, 9 do último.
I finally understood that we were only pieces
Verso
on
do
the
tabuleiro
chessboard
de
of the
xadrez
gods.
dos deuses.
Let those of us who are still standing protect
Verso
our white
tabuleiro.
queen from their dark souls.
Peste tabuleiro, peste
I
tabuleiro,
see
peste
our
tabuleiro.
number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows.
Quem tá matando
We
a
shall
rainha?
refuse to be the plaything
Calma
in these
aí.
red
Volta,
rocks.
volta,
I
volta,
finally
volta.
understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the
volta,
gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect
Proteger a
our
raia
white
branca dos soldados
queen from their
pretos. Proteger a raia
dark
branca dos
souls.
soldados pretos.
I
3.
see our number dwindling. and my
5,
will
4, 3. Não, 5, 3, 9. Buguei. 5, 3,
We shall
9.
refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Você. 5. Oposta. 5, 3, 9. Vai se fuder nessa porra, velho. Instituto O Instituto Universitário de novo, mano. Hoje. Ou não fui? Instituto Universitário não, onde eu tava? Ah, não. Onde eu tava. Era o manicômio. Se não me engano. Não, eu tava no manicômio. Mas era manicômio Riverside ou era outro? Não tem nada a ver com Riverside.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch. Slightly sticky.
Pô, tá praticamente morto, então.
30-year-old
Podre.
subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the
Ele tá
necessary knowledge
fudido.
to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Entra no gabinete do Fuller.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Doctor, please. My chest.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands. Hay fever? What's he doing here? He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Mandou na lata. Mano, todo mundo igual,
Gentlemen,
velho.
may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Pô, que cozinha mal coitada da porra, velho.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Puta que pariu, velho. Como o trem desse eu desmaio por 3 horas, velho. Você é besta, velho.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh, well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Come now. Don't let that witch sap your morale. We're lacking in qualified personnel, and she knows it. Her petty punishments won't last forever.
I'm trying, Doctor. I'm trying. It's just that sometimes I imagine she shuts down the water herself, just for the pleasure of harassing me.
Her time is much too precious for these kind of petty games.
Anyway, I've learned my lesson. I'll hold my tongue next time.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor. Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a
Administração.
It's so unfair.
Eu tô indo, tô andando. Sério, só tô indo. Eu tenho que entrar no gabinete do filler. Hoje eu não sei onde fica, mas eu vou andar. Hoje tem que ter alguma coisa boa aqui, não é possível.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Pô, então é aqui, velho. Distrair Donovan. Corte a água. Puta, mas porra é essa que quebra?
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Uma prescrição para barbitúricos assinada pelo Dr. Fuller. Então remédio para dormir.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Que dia desgraçado, hein, velho? Tem que cortar a água. Extrair ela.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Então essa Donovan é uma desgramenta, né?
The door to the boiler room is locked. Where did I see that key? Ah, yes. The office in Block B.
Bora. Eu queria pegar a chave, mas não tava conseguindo, velho.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait. Bora. Tá, a chave da caldeira é ali. Deixa eu explorar mais esse lugar, mano. Que lugar é esse? Alguma coisa. E vai ser a ala principal. In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Thank you. I'll be going.
Acho só isso.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Dr. Colden.
Recepção. Hawkins Wink.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Irmão, vai ver lá dentro então. Olha quem tá aqui.
Ethan.
Marie,
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
I thought we trusted each other.
Really, Marie? Can you swear to me that you're not intending something reckless?
It's because I respect you that I won't lie to you.
Is there something I should know?
You better tell me about your symptoms.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
Foi mal.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation. I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
She's a witch, an old
Tem alguma
hag.
coisa aqui no banheiro.
I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
É que não tem nada no banheiro pra poder pegar, mano. Ah, isso aqui. Eu achei que era uma coisa já. O que será que eu poderia usar, velho? Tem que ver nas nossas pacientes aqui, só acho uma merda.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Com certeza.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Posso que eu posso usar nele, velho. Aquela porcaria. Até agora o cara tá aí, velho. Precisa de algum pé de cabra, ou sei lá, velho. A puxar aquele trem, mano.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Não sei, velho. Mas não tem um pé de
Is
cabra,
everything
não,
all
velho.
right, Ethan?
Yeah, I just...
I will work.
Oh. I don't get why they have us waiting so long.
Almost no patients here.
Porra de ferramenta eu posso usar lá, velho. Amor. Aqui. Yes. É justamente onde a mulher não deixava eu entrar. Perfeito. Quebrou o bagulho, velho.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off
Vai
yet
lá
again.
falar com ela, vai lá falar com ela.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Vai lá que eu confio, bora. Vai lá que eu confio. Cadê ela? Pera. Tá, entrei no gabinete, foda-se.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Caralho de bosta.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
Vamos ver.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Puta merda, calma aí, agora não, velho. Alguma coisa aqui, alguma coisa, nada.
The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Perfeito.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something.
Yes.
Patient files.
I was right.
Foi tão difícil, não.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here? Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
Sapato aqui.
Why is Ethan on medication? The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Sapato parcialmente queimado parece ter pertencido a Sarah Hawkins.
I must go back to the basement.
Susto que era mulher, velho. Essa tela psiquiátrica.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Porcaria de merda, velho.
I should go another way.
Pera. Eu conheço o lugar. Bosta.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly.
Talk, filthy thief! Oh, I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go! Rescue the doctor!
Thank you, Drake.
Cara, será que dava pra não ser pego por ele, velho? Fiquei com isso na cabeça agora, velho.
I pray that Colden is really here and alive.
Podia jurar que era. Eu não podia jurar que ia ser todo mundo amiguinho, velho.
I pray that Colden
Mano,
is
eu
really
jurei
here
que os caras não
and
iam
alive.
tipo, achar estranho, velho. Eu jurei, mano. Juro por Deus, mano. Eu achei que os caras iam ser amigos, velho. De verdade. Eu não sei o que deu na minha cabeça, velho. Não sei o que deu na minha cabeça, velho. Eu só fui, mano. Eu esqueci que eu não sou médico, veterinário, porra nenhuma, velho. Eu só fui, velho. Eu só fui, velho.
No! No! Oh. My God! What is happening to me?
Ué?
What was that? It's as if I'd been transported somewhere else.
Ah, eu tô indo, mano. Eu fui pro mesmo lugar, velho. Cadeira.
What happened? Something has changed, but what?
Isso aqui faz mudar o... Tá, isso faz mudar. Eu não vou negar. Que porra que eu tenho que fazer, velho? Aí me teleportou de volta. 14. Agora que eu abrir a porta, eu posso coisar, será? Deixa eu ver. A porta agora tá aberta.
Where have I seen this symbol?
Leviatã, teu putão. Mano, isso aqui é muito Alan Wake, velho. Isso é muito Alan Wake. Tá. Isso é muito Alan Wake. É mais pra caralho, velho. No Alan Wake, primeiro, né? Eu não joguei o segundo, porque eu joguei pra caralho o segundo. No primeiro Alan Wake você tinha que usar as luzes lá dos bichos malucos. Onde é que eu tenho que ir nessa bodega, velho? É que eu tinha ido, né? Vamos lá. Tô perdido, velho. Uma parede fodida aqui. Deixa eu mudar de novo. Você chega me deixando cinza. Me fez de querer quando eu não mais queria. Beleza. Beleza.
Destiny, it has trapped you.
Você cai na armadilha do destino. Ah, agora tem coisa aqui, ó. Perfeito, 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 perfeito. Me perdi. Caralho, mano, é toda hora ficar tocando. Tinha uma forma mais perto não dessa bodega, velho. Ah, aqui. Tinha lugar mais perto não, velho. Coisa estranha. Não, pera, não adiantou de nada. Aquela cozinha. Não tô de bosta nenhuma isso aqui. Eu não posso ir por aqui. Não consigo abrir essa porta. Tá, agora eu me buguei. Eu podia entrar aqui de qualquer jeito, né? Eu sou um animal, né? Ai, merda, viu? Eu mereço. Nego drama. Entre sucesso e a lama. Dinheiro, problemas, inveja, lutas de fama, nego drama. Apelo crispo, a pele escura, a ferida, a chaga, a procura da cura, nego drama. Tenta ver e não vê nada. Não sei, não dá vontade de cantar
confronting powers that surpass
longe, meio ofuscado. Sente o drama do preço à cobrança. No amor, no ódio, a insana vingança. Nego drama, eu sei que é drama. E quem tá comigo, o trauma que eu carrego pra não ser mais o preto fudido. No drama da cadeia e favela. Túmulo, sangue, sirene, choros e velas. Passageiro do Brasil, São Paulo, agonia. Que sobrevive a meias horas e covardias. Periferias, vielas, cortiços. Você deve estar pensando que você tem a ver com isso. Veja o início do ouro e prata. Olha que morre então, veja você que mata. Recebe mérito a pátria que pratica o mal. Eu não lembro qual que é a parte dessa música. Deixa eu pensar em outra. Porra, me vem branco. O moleque me vem em branco a música do Racionais, mano. Tô nem brincando, velho. Mano, me vem em branco a música do Racionais, velho. Deixa eu falar pra você, tudo é fazer, irmão. Logo mais, vamos arrebentar no bundão. No bundão é foda, velho. Arrebentar no bundão é foda, mano. Onde é que eu tenho que ir, velho? Perdido, mano. De volta a mim. Só lembrei do Thanos. Vamos. Pensar. Receber mérito que eu pratico mal. Ai, filha da puta, desgraçado! Quer se fuder, velho. Se fuder, mano. Nossa, que
It looks like things are back to normal.
Nossa, vai se fuder, mano. Nossa, que susto que eu tomei, desgraçado, velho. Nossa, filha da puta, que susto que eu tomei, velho. Maldito, velho. Nossa, que bosta, velho. Miséria maldita, velho. Nossa, que ódio, velho. Acredito nisso, mano. Corno do caralho. Na moral, velho. Caralho. Susto que eu tomei, velho. Bom, não posso usar o bagulho. Bosta. O que eu mais posso cantar, mano? Pra aliviar. Vai ser atrás, né? Posso estar 4. Plant Ramp
What's going on?
Canta...
It never
canta
ends.
muito rápido, velho. Plant Ramp canta rápido, velho. Isso que é foda, mano. E prestem atenção. Aumenta sendo que eu aumento o poder da visão. Isso é o meu compromisso. E se eu fumo, ninguém tem nada com isso. Não. Preciso da sua postura. A minha segurança passa na cintura. Os valores não caem. É todo preconceito que eu não aguento mais. Usa até amor pelo que tem no peito. Mais, batendo respeito. Mas posso cantar, velho. Adiós.
Damnation. That's me.
Posso.
Oh, God.
Ih, fiquei doidão. Fiquei doidão. Vou só falar de Plant Ramp que eu fiquei doidão. É brincadeira um negócio desse, velho. Que bosta. Não é conto nem fábula, lenda ou mito. É a Cat.
Pierce, I found her.
Ah, não.
I finally know what's going on. You must live and find the truth. It is already too late for me.
Colden? What's going on? Was it a hallucination?
Nada. Isso é que é real.
Please take a seat and be quiet, Mr. Pierce. I'll be with you in a moment.
Stop whatever the hell you're doing and turn around now.
Puta que pariu, fodeu a Colden, hein? Puta que pariu, que porra é essa?
No, it can't be.
No! You son of a bitch! What did you do to her?
I wish I could have done more experiments on you, Mr. Pearson.
I said, what did you do to her?
You shouldn't be sorry for your friend. You should envy her.
Murderer! This madness must stop!
A tia ficou viva.
Golden?
A tia tá viva, mano. Ah, não. Ela tá aqui. Pera, hã? É. Parece que ele embonecou ela, velho. Será a Cat que me empurrou essa vagabunda, velho? Parece que o cara em boneca. Sei lá, velho. Que bagulho estranho do caralho, mano. Caralho, que cara cabuloso, velho. Parece uma profecia. Um futuro. Que era eu, né? Eu não fiz aquilo ainda.
What did they do to you? Can you speak? Sarah.
He gave him the gold and I the azure. I don't see him very often anymore. The green is stronger.
Are you
Eu não
feeling
tô
ill?
entendendo mais nada, velho. Ela tá viva agora, velho. Que porra é essa, mano?
No.
Let's get you out of here.
It comes in my dreams. Our minds melt like colors on a palette.
Come with me.
It's as of the oldest green. A violent living, vibrant. A sea green, maybe. No.
O que seria verde antigo?
Mrs. Hawkins, we must go before someone finds out.
Oh, but he will. He always knows these things when it's about me.
Requisito de Sun válidos. Que porra é essa?
I have seen the same color. It was not as vivid as you said.
A pale copy. A discarded spawn.
Do you know what it was? Tell me.
I can't. We should not call his name. Terrible, terrible consequences.
All right. Come with me.
He will know. He will find us.
One more reason to hurry.
Have I seen you before?
Can you walk?
Maybe.
Then let's go before your husband finds us. It was in your studio.
What?
You painted me. That's where you saw me.
Of course. The men in white are coming.
You mean the guards?
This way. Follow me.
Bom, eu que tinha que tirar ela, agora ela tá me tirando daqui.
What the?
Oh no.
This way.
Won't get far. Out of your hiding hole.
Me perdi. Me perdi. Cadê essa tia, velho?
It was in your studio.
What?
Minha filha, por onde é que você
You
foi,
painted
mano?
me. That's where you saw me.
Of course.
Nossa, ela foi reta, eu não vi, mano. Acho que ela foi reta.
The men in
Ela
white
foi
are
reta, eu não
coming.
vi, mano.
You mean the guards?
This way. Follow me.
Tem que ver se onde que você vai aparecer, velho.
What the?
Oh no.
Cadê ela? Ah, tá aqui, caralho.
won't
Pô,
get
nem vi ela
far.
correndo, velho. Eu nem vi ela, mano. É verdade. Eu nem vi ela correndo atrás de mim, velho.
Wait. The machine. It's the
Que máquina?
green. The decaying one.
The gas.
Yes. It's not good for living beings.
We don't have time for that.
I am not moving until the wrong is set right.
Damn it.
Você é um saco também, hein? Vai tomar no cu, velho. Já tô tirando daqui, agora tem que fazer putaria comigo, velho. Quer dizer...
I'd be better off finding a tool. Perfect. All right. That should do it. Let's move.
I'm your puppet no more. You bastard!
You're my wife. My wife. You owe me obedience.
Leave her alone! We're leaving this crazy island.
You are going nowhere. Don't get between me and my wife.
Edward!
Nobody tells me what to do with my wife. How dare you? No! Why should I let you take her away when I could snap your neck? Look at yourself. You can't leave this place. You can't offer her a normal life. Sarah forsook that right when she succumbed to the call. You heard her. No, detective. She is much, much more than a woman. She is the Oracle. Sarah has seen things, has made things you can't even begin to imagine. Would you still save her if I told you that she is even more dangerous than I am? She's weak, physically and mentally. Do not make the mistake of thinking she's a feeble woman. Sarah has been in the presence of the myth for too long. Even if she were to leave Darkwater, she would still hear his call. And the cult will always be here, waiting for her.
Then we get rid of its members.
You are out of your league, detective. They control the whole island. She will finally surrender to his power, and the world will fall with her.
Don't!
No one can escape the wheel of destiny, they say. But I will change it. I will save Sarah.
No parent should have to bury their child, knowing it's me that put him there. The guilt will never go away.
I feel your pain.
I'll do anything to get him back. Anything. My work was what lured me here in the first place. It began showing me things I never should have painted. Things Charles should never have seen.
What am I to you? I took care of you, saved you from your miserable life. You'll never find a man better than me. You owe me.
I owe you nothing. We'll leave now.
You're not going anywhere. You are mine.
Simon.
Come on. It's over now.
Onze pontos. Botei no máximo, foda-se. Esqueci de novo confirmar. Capítulo 9, 8.